Good afternoon. This is John McAllister with Around the State, and today I'd like to just share some things with you, or names with you, that I discovered when I was going through some filings yesterday. I'm excited about it. It's my 1991 Super 13 squad or team. My 1991, when I was early in the business, I did this Super 13 for the colleges. Number one, these aren't in any order, but number one, I had Corey Stringer, the offensive lineman from Warren Harding. He was my player of the year. I thought he was the best player out there. So I made Corey Stringer, who went on to Ohio State, went on to the Minnesota Vikings, and then died of heat exhaustion, heart attack. I can't remember for sure, but I know he died, working it was in the preseason camp. Corey Stringer. I had Eric Boykin. He was a quarterback from Dayton Meadowdale High School. Big guy, 6'3", 6'4". I really liked him. I thought he was about one of the best quarterbacks coming out. He bounced around a little bit as far as what choices he wanted to make, and I think his choices got down to West Virginia and Michigan, and he chose Michigan. Well, Corey, wasn't a pure back passer. I'm sorry. Eric wasn't a pure drop back passer, pocket passer. He could run, he could throw, and he had to get a little bit stronger arm, but he went to Michigan, and then things didn't work out for him there. I will say I really liked him, and I wish so much that he would have gone to West Virginia. But, that's the way that happens. Lashon Daniels was an offensive lineman from Warren Harding, and the same teammate as Corey Stringer. They were teammates. And Lashon, I liked. He went to Ohio State as well, had a great career there. And I think he went on to the pros for a while. And I can't remember for sure where. He has two boys, and one of them, well, maybe both of them went out to Iowa, because that's where Lashon encouraged his kids to go, and they were Iowa football players. Next was a name you'll probably remember, Luke Fickle. Now, Luke Fickle was a defensive lineman, tight end from Columbus to Sales. Needless to say, I like him. Needless to say, we've been friends for many years. But Luke was a very good football player, very good. Better nationally known high school wrestler. He was that good. Now, he went to Ohio State, played defensive line. I think he got dinged up in the knees, and then he played a little bit in the pros at, I think, New Orleans maybe. And but Luke played a few, but injuries kept him from going on. Now, I always thought he would have been an offensive lineman, offensive center. He's tall. He had good long arms. He has range. He was a wrestler, so he could get off the ball. But I always thought Luke would have been an ideal center. That's not my call, but I think he would have played. I think he'd have been in the league longer because he wasn't as purely athletic as he could have been. He was a little bit more mechanical, a little bit more that way, but he was tough as anybody around. Jason Gwynne was a linebacker. He went to Ohio State, I think. I'm sure he did. He played at Brookhaven. And then Jason, he died. And I can't remember how, but I know he was, excuse me, I thought he was a really good offensive linebacker. Could have played tight end too. I had DJ Jones, who I just met here last year again after all these years. DJ played at Ohio State, went to Lebanon High School, and had a tight end career. I think he went on to play tight end, and I can't remember if he got drafted or not. He may have been in the pros for a few years. DJ Jones. And the last one I had was Lewis Willard. He was a running back from Grove City High School, and I don't know where he ended up for sure. But he was tough. He was strong. He was a tackle guy, but he was a good player. Good player. Again, I should check that sometime and write this on my notes here. 1991 would have been what? How many years ago? 1, 2, 3, maybe 40 years ago. Does that make sense? 30 years ago. 30 years ago. Now, I did have a few more guys that you might remember. Ty Dothard was a running back. It played at Cincinnati Moeller. He ended up going to Illinois and had a really good career. I don't know. I can't remember what he did in the pros. Those first ones were the definites. Now, the second guys were likelies. Okay. Likelies. I mentioned Ty Dothard, really good running back. Ty Howard was a defensive back right there in Columbus, at Columbus Briggs High School. Really good corner. Tough. I still see him once in a while. But he coached for a while, and I don't know for sure what he's doing now. But Ty Dothard was Rob Kelly was another one. Rob Kelly was a free safety, running back in high school, played out at Newark Catholic. And Rob Kelly went on and played in the pros for a while. I thought he was really a good player. So those are some of the guys, the definites and the likelies. And again, Corey Stringer, Eric Boykin, Lashon Daniels, Jason Gwynne, Luke Fickle, DJ Jones, Juan Porter, Lewis Willard. I forgot Juan Porter, I think. Juan Porter played, I think he played at Ohio State as well. I think I skipped Juan Porter. He played at Ignatius, big offensive lineman, and he played in the pros for a while in the NFL. And then I also mentioned Ty Dothard, Ty Howard, and Rob Kelly. I just thought you might be interested in that little tidbit. Thank you and have a great day.